Hello, welcome to this video. This is the pre-camp out video for the 7th grade climbing and rappelling camp outs that we're going to have this fall. And we'll start with introductions.
I'm Charlie. This is my dad, Kirk, and my brother, Henry.
I'm Kendall. This is my dad, Richard.
I'm Caroline. That's my dad, Mark.
And we're all very excited to be leading your camp outs this fall. It's been my pleasure to have this to lead this camp out several times over the last few years, and it's one of my favorite locations that we go to. The theme of the camp out is great for 7th graders, and it's a lot of fun. Speaking of that, the theme of this camp out is trust, and over the weekend of adventures, we'll have lots of opportunities to practice trust, to experience trust, to discuss what trust is, both like who we trust, how we trust people, and why we trust people. And I'm looking forward to sharing those experiences with y'all and your teams. We're going to give you a lot of information today on this video. It's the best thing you can do after you finish watching this video is to download the participant packet, print out a copy for yourself, and it'll have a lot of the details, information that we're going to discuss during this video.
So next I'm going to be discussing a little bit about what we're going to be doing this weekend. So first, the HATS mission, which is growing relationships, communication, and leadership through adventures with our dads, which you'll just be hearing repeatedly this weekend. It's kind of what we center our organization and experiences around. And so when does this adventure start? It starts now. And so our goals for this weekend is to get quality time with you and your dad, and you can start that now by planning your menu, shopping for supplies together, and packing together, so you can just start your preparation now. Kind of going back to our goals for this weekend, again, it's 48 hours of uninterrupted quality time for you and your dad to build your relationship without distractions, and then to learn important skills such as learning to trust others and how you decide who you can trust, as well as how you can become trustworthy to others. During this weekend, we'll use your relationship between you and your dad to help you with these topics. And finally, our goal is just to continue the excitement and fun of HATS and grow your relationship with your dad, as well as build trust skills.
And my name is Richard, and this is my daughter Kendall. We are your September 26th weekend directors, and I'm going to talk to you just briefly about our non-negotiables. And these are the things that make HATS what HATS is, and it's part of how we build our culture, and they're very important. And the first one I want to talk about is the 18-inch rule, and that is just designed so that we are able to communicate and grow that relationship with our dads and daughters. And so that's very important for us, and while we're not going to measure 18 inches at all times, that is the spirit that we would like to approach this weekend with, and just would greatly appreciate your help in making that happen. The other really important one we have is no alcohol. That also makes us different from many other organizations that camp with dads and daughters and sons, and that's important to us. So please leave your alcohol at home. If this is your first time camping with HATS, this is truly a non-negotiable. This is not a we say you don't bring it, but it's actually okay if you do. It's truly not okay, and if you do bring it, we would ask you to leave it in your vehicle. We are a no RV camping organization, so we camp in tents and we camp rain or shine, and so please come prepared to camp in a tent with the appropriate guidelines and stakes. No firearms on our campouts. That's a safety issue. It's also an issue in distracting dads from spending time with their daughters, and so we ask you to leave your firearms at home. And the same goes for pets. We all have great pets, and we'd all like them to stay at your house for this weekend so that they are not a distraction at this camp out. And one other super huge one for us as an organization is no electronics, and we really want to foster that relationship this weekend, and that just simply gets in the way. It'll be less of an issue at this one because we really will not have cell phone reception where we're camping, but we do ask you leave your phones in the car and just so they're not a distraction. And finally, do not leave early, please, and definitely don't leave early unplanned or uncommunicated. If you do need to leave early, make sure you communicate that to the director and make sure that that's done in advance so that we can plan a good time for you to depart if it's absolutely necessary. And that is it for our non-negotiables.
I'm Mark, and this is Caroline. We are the directors for the camp out on October 3rd, that weekend. And if you are camping with us, you'll be camping in the Doris campsite, which is different from the rest of the campsites. So please look out for specifics on the Doris campground campsite. But going back to the safety and 18-inch rule, we want to ask, where does safety start?
Starts with me.
Starts with me.
That's right. It starts with me. It starts with all of us, but it starts with you. Only thing that is a higher priority than our mission is safety. We want to make sure that everybody is safe. And with that, I'll ask Caroline to talk further.
I'm Caroline, that's my dad Mark, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about safety. One important safety item is to stay hydrated. We need to carry water everywhere. We want to drink 2 liters a day per person while we're on the adventure, and most likely more. And the start of hydration should be before you even get to the campsite, most likely a week beforehand. We also need to wear sunscreen. That is very important to help protect your skin. If you have inhalers, EpiPens, or any other needs, please make sure that they are in date and that you bring them with you on this adventure and tell your safety team, your safety mentor team. The nearest hospital facility for all of these campouts is Comanche County Memorial Hospital, and it's about 30 minutes away from camp. There's more information in your packet. Please do not wear any open-toed shoes. Sandals and flip-flops are not allowed on dry land. That includes Crocs. Even though they are technically closed-toed, they can fall off really easily. Please use closed-toed shoes like sneakers or hiking boots.
So following up on the safety theme, we do have safety mentor teams that have been trained by the HATS folks and people outside of HATS inside of the Wilderness First Aid program. They will have first aid kits, their phones, and car keys with them should we need for you to be transported to the hospital or nearby medical facility. They will know where the hospital is and will guide you there in an emergency. So our first aid team is very well trained and prepared to handle anything that comes to us on this campus.
My name is Henry, and I'm going to briefly talk about the schedule. You want to try to arrive by 7 p.m. or so on Friday evening. This gives you enough time to set up before we start some activities at 8 p.m. Part of Friday evening activities will be getting everyone fitted for climbing gear, reviewing belay commands, and practicing knots. On Saturday, we will be waking up at 7 a.m., eating, and then circling up at 8 for morning activities. At 9 a.m., we will depart for the climbing area. Then after a day of climbing and rappelling, we will return to our camp in the afternoon for the Saturday evening program, including dinner and the campfire. Sunday, usual morning activities, big hair questions, and we will finish promptly at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday morning.
As Henry mentioned, Friday schedule is very important. We've got some scheduled activities that we need to complete Friday related to climbing, both getting outfitted for gear and practicing some climbing knots. So it's really important that you show up as early as you can so that we can have your campsite set up in time for you to get outfitted.
Now, a bit about the weather. I said before, HATS is an all-weather camping organization, so be sure to be prepared with a rain fly, stakes, rain gear, rain pants, and we recommend sleeping bags rated to 35 degrees, bringing multiple bags or a bag liner. And both the safety team and the director team will have their phones on them at all times, and they'll be periodically checking the weather, and they will alert you if something comes up.
Moving on to food. For Friday dinner, it is on your own. You could pick up something or cook it at the campsite, but the options on the road are for your food. Saturday breakfast is done at your tent. It can be simple or complex, but it's on your own. Some people bring stoves and cook omelets, while some just like get things out of the packaging. It is really up to you. Then for Saturday lunch, you have to pack it in like a sack lunch, because there will be an 8-hour window where you will need to bring snacks, lunch, and water, specifically water, to fill you up for those 8 hours. For Saturday dinner, we will set up grates over a charcoal fire, and everybody will cook and eat together. There's simple options like hot dogs and hamburgers, but it's really up to you with whatever you cook. It's just over charcoal fire. Sunday breakfast is the same as Saturday. It's on your own. You can do whatever you want at your tent. Sunday lunch is on the way home after you are dismissed.
Thank you, Caroline. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the equipment you need to bring. So the first thing is your hats waivers. And then another really important thing is 3 gallons of water per person. Like Caroline mentioned, we really want to put emphasis on drinking water and just staying hydrated on this adventure. The next thing is layered clothing, as it could drop into the 40s at night, and we're going to be active and in the sun during the day, so you're definitely going to want a lot of layers. And then rain gear, we recommend frog togs or like a normal rain jacket and rain pants, and please don't bring ponchos. You just will not stay dry, and they just will not be efficient for this adventure. And then the next thing is a 3-pound or an 8-pound bag of self-lighting charcoal and 3 sticks of firewood. And then beyond that, just your normal cooking stuff, your tent, stakes and guy lines, chairs, sleeping bags, all of that good stuff that you would normally want to bring. Now let's move into what you should not be bringing, which is any electronics, alcoholic beverages, pets, firearms, and then obviously RVs like we discussed earlier. And then we also ask that you limit carbonated drinks.
So the directions to the Fawn Creek campground are provided in your packet. If you're going on the second week of the dads and daughters campouts, you'll be going with us to the Doris campground. Those directions are to follow, but they are close to the Fawn Creek campout. The drive is actually a fairly long drive. It's 3.5 to 4 hours away from DFW, so you want to give yourself plenty of time to get there. You will find as you go up, if you're missing things like you think you need ice or a few more items that you didn't quite pack that you remember on your way up there, look in Lawton, Oklahoma. That'll be your last stop to find anything meaningful for you to pack. With that, we would consider that you might look at leaving as early as possible, earlier than you usually do for these campouts.
Yes, thank you, Mark. And just to kind of hit on some items that we've covered, this would be a camp out that if you can manage to get your son or daughter out of school early, just to get there early, this would be one that would definitely pay off. It's a beautiful campsite, as Kirk mentioned, and it is a long drive, and we have a lot to cover on Friday night, so the earlier everyone can get there, the better, and we certainly will work with everyone's schedule. There is differences we've already mentioned between campsites from last year. It's a little bit different, and then there's actually some differences just between the actual campouts this year. So just pay attention to your packet and make sure you know where you're going. A few items that you may need for this that you don't need on other campouts is it would be nice to have leather gloves for the rappel and maybe some glove for your daughter as well. Just if you've got some gardening gloves, work gloves, things like that, that'll be totally fine. You don't have to go out and buy a climbing, rappelling specific glove, but it'll just help the rope burn, but easily doable without it. We are hiking from a parking lot to the rappelling site and the climbing sites. So a backpack to put your lunch in and put your waters in. And if you have some backpacking chairs or the Crazy Creek chairs, just to make it a little bit more comfortable for you to sit around, there will be a little bit of sitting and waiting while we are climbing and rappelling. So comfort, that's going to help you out. And if you have something that you already own, don't go out and buy anything, but portable sun protection that would cover you and your daughter or even a few other people. You might bring that and just have it available in the event that we have a really hot day. The directors are definitely going to bring some to help us out, but if we have a few extra, that may help as well. Do you guys have anything else, Mark or Kirk?
The directors will be sending an email ahead of each camp out with some last minute information. If you have any questions then or before, our contact information is going to be in the participant packet. So just download that and reach out to us via phone or email. Other than that, we're all excited to be participating in this adventure with you guys. It's a beautiful location and a great time to spend with your daughter or son, and looking forward to seeing everybody in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah.